I started with the food pantry in 1998.
Wow.
And I know, I started with the outreach in 2012.
Okay.
12, 13, something like that.
Okay.
Yes, and you know, Linda, the reason why I took on this task is because back in the late 70s, early 80s, me and my daughter, who's now 40 years old, have been in the same predicament. We have been on them lines upstairs, but we were living in Brooklyn, not Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
We have been from shelter to shelter, hotel to hotel. We've been in the system for 18 months and still no housing until I got fed up and I left and I went and stayed with my grandmother. My grandmother passed, so me and my daughter wound up back into the system again. So I said, you know what, Shirrell? You're gonna stay in this system, abide by what they say, and just follow the rules. So I said, okay, I'm gonna stick it out. Come on, Tasha. Told my daughter, come on.
How old was she then?
She was 3.
Oh my gosh.
She was 3 years old then.
This has been hard.
Oh, yes, and I don't see no change from the shelter system back then in the 80s until now. I don't see no change.
Wow.
Because my nieces were in the same predicament, and the things they've been telling me that they've been through, I said, hey, I was going through that back in the. So the system is all jacked up.
It's all broken.
It's all broken. They're not making no kind of way to make these people comfortable with housing and financial aid and stuff like that. So it's a dog eat dog world out there, Linda. So you have to just creep before you crawl and keep praying. So okay, I came here and I'm still here all these years, and I call this me giving back to the community. Because I know how those people is up there on that line every Monday. Oh, I work for the pantry too. I know how those people is up there because I've been through it. So when I go upstairs to do registration and I get, the attitude I don't pay it no mind because I was giving people attitude back in the 70s and 80s. I know how it is, but I love the pantry. I love the outreach. I'm just a people person.
Yes.
People person.
That I know.
I'm just a people person.
Okay.
And I really enjoy this. I really enjoy doing the statistics. I enjoy doing the registration, talking and dealing with the clients on Mondays and Saturdays. Me and my big mouth out there on 124th Street.
Yeah. And
So,
you do the cooking.
I do the
on
cooking.
The homeless shelter at home.
Yes.
And then we bring it here.
Yeah.
To ladle it. Now, since the pandemic, have you noticed any differences in either the food pantry or the shelter?
I noticed a big difference. The main big difference I noticed is the line upstairs got longer and longer and longer since the pandemic. So I'm saying since this pandemic, there's a lot of people going hungry now because there was a lot of food shortages. There was a lot of cutbacks. And, people just trying to, I know some people, 2 people in my building moved back to Santo Domingo because of the coronavirus and because they couldn't cope. And I'm just like, Mommy, it's everywhere.
Right.
It's everywhere. She said she's just so depressed. And, she's 83 years old. And her daughter left.
Wow.
But so